6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has emphasized to develop long-term solutions to ensure lasting peace and prosperity in the region. Shahbaz Sharif has congratulated 5-year-old Sufyan Mahsood of Dera Ismail Khan for setting a world record in martial arts. The Army Chief has cautioned students against perils of misinformation and fake news in digital age. The Information Minister says the government is focusing on initiatives aimed at exploiting the potential of the youth. The Indian government, led by Bharatiya Janata Party, is targeting people for their faith in India and illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. 22 more Palestinians were martyred by Israeli forces in Gaza and Khan Yunis today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has emphasized to develop long-term solutions to ensure lasting peace and prosperity in the region. Talking to the Secretary General of the Conference on Interaction and Confidence-Building Measures in Asia, Ambassador Kirat Saribay, in Islamabad today, he said Pakistan looks forward to playing an active role in maintaining international peace and security as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. The Prime Minister reaffirmed Pakistan's support for SICA's core objective of promoting peace, security and stability in Asia through confidence-building measures. Shahbaz Sharif expressed Pakistan's strong desire for enhanced regional connectivity and commended SICA's ongoing efforts in this regard. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif has congratulated the 5-year-old Sufyan Mahsood of Dera Ismail Khan for setting Guinness World Record in martial arts. In his felicitation message, he said Sufyan Mahsood has brought laurels to the country by setting the world record at such an early age. The Prime Minister said talented children like Sufyan Mahsood are guarantors of Pakistan's bright future. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif launched Buna Rast connectivity project in Islamabad today to streamline remittances from the Arab world to Pakistan. The project links Pakistan's digital payment system Rast with Buna, which is established under the Arab Monetary Fund. Speaking on the occasion, the Prime Minister said this groundbreaking initiative will further strengthen our historical relations with the Arab world in a modern digital way. He said this landmark initiative aims at facilitating Pakistanis in the Arab world to quickly send their money back home. Referring to the economic challenges, the Prime Minister said a 5-year economic program would be announced soon to boost the economy. In his remarks on the occasion, the Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb expressed satisfaction of the macroeconomic stability in Pakistan. He said the investors' confidence is also coming back to the country. He said the government is committed to introduce structural reforms in core economic sectors, including energy and taxation sectors. The Finance Minister said remittances are a lifeline for Pakistan, and the country received remittances of $3 billion in the month of July this year. He said Buna Rast project will further enhance remittances. The Chief of the Army Staff General Syed Asim Munir has cautioned students against the perils of misinformation and fake news in the digital age. He was talking to a delegation of 44 students from Harvard Business School representing 9 different countries, which met the Chief of the Army Staff General Syed Asim Munir in Rawalpindi today. The interactive session provided a platform to share perspectives on Pakistan's pivotal role in promoting regional peace and stability, its unwavering efforts against terrorism, and commitment to uphold democratic values. The Information Minister Ataullah Tarar says the country's IT exports increased by 3 times over the last 4 months. Addressing the National Youth Convention in Islamabad, he said a historical surge of startups are being witnessed in the country. He said the youth are the future of the country and the government is making hectic efforts to make Pakistan a prosperous country. Alluding to the steps taken over the years by the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz for the uplift of the youth, the Information Minister said the present government is focusing on initiatives aimed at exploiting the potential of the youth. Ataullah Tara recalled that a large number of youth were part of Pakistan movement, expressing the confidence that they will also change the destiny of the country. He said making Pakistan part of G20 by 2030 is the vision of the government. This is Radio Pakistan. The Indian government, led by the Bharatiya Janata Party, is targeting people for their faith in India illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. This has been revealed in a report released in connection with the International Day commemorating the victims of acts of violence based on religion or belief. The report highlighted the atrocities committed against the Kashmiris and minorities in India. It said the Indian forces have restricted the right of Kashmiris to observe their religious practices and that the demographic change in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir is a proof that India targets people because of their faith. The report called on the international community to take practical steps to protect the rights of the Kashmiris and religious minorities and to hold the Hindutva government of BJP accountable for its crimes against humanity in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and India. On the other hand, the occupation authorities have tightened restrictions in Doda and Kishtwar districts weeks ahead of the first phase of the so-called elections for the occupied Jammu and Kashmir Assembly on the 18th of next month. Additional Indian Army, police and paramilitary forces have been deployed across the two districts, creating a tense atmosphere and raising concerns among the locals about their freedom and safety. The Kashmiri people have rejected the elections and are demanding their inalienable right to self-determination as acknowledged by the United Nations Security Council. Pakistan has urged the United Nations to address occupation-driven conflicts in Jammu and Kashmir and Palestine, delivering a statement during a high-level open debate in the United Nations Security Council. Ambassador Munir Akram highlighted the need for regional and international support in conflict resolution. Ambassador Munir Akram said Pakistan launched Azm-e-Istikam operation to combat terrorism, violent extremism and terrorism. In India, at least 17 people have been killed and 40 others injured in an explosion at a pharmaceutical manufacturing plant in Anakapali, Andhra Pradesh. Investigation is underway to determine the cause of the incident. 22 Palestinians were martyred by the Israeli forces in Gaza and Khan Yunis today. The martyrdom toll of Palestinians in the Israeli aggression since October last year has now risen to over 40,200. Moeed Baloch of Pakistan Air Force won the gold medal in the 400 meters, while Sepoy Mohammad Akhtar of the Pakistan Army secured bronze medal in the 5,000 meters race at the 4th World Military Games underway in Caracas, Venezuela. A total of 142 countries are participating in the World Military Games. The Pakistan team's performance at the World Military Games is a significant achievement for the country. And now cricket. On the second day of the first cricket test match in Rawalpindi against Pakistan, Bangladesh in their first innings were 27 runs for the loss of no wicket a short while ago. Earlier, Pakistan declared the first innings at the score of 448 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. And finally, the weather report. Mainly hot and humid weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain, wind and thunder showers are likely at isolated places in Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Southeast Sindh, South Punjab and Northeastern Balochistan during evening and night. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.